what we have as a country. And we're still here at the VIP entrance, where we expect that the president will be making his way in any time from now to officiate this event that is going to be the 58th Jamhuri Day, where we celebrate when we became a republic back in 1964. And of course, some of those dignitaries whom we are waiting to arrive is Governor for Kakamega, Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya, actually the deputy party leader of the ODM party, who recently just launched the Azimio la Umoja movement in Kasarani. And perhaps, Governor, thank you very much for sticking with us. Perhaps, in your views, what do you expect today in this event?
First of all, I want to thank His Excellency the President for inviting me. This is being his last Jamhuri Day, and also thanking him for putting up such a magnificent Uhuru Gardens stadia that will be used for future events. This is a big legacy that the President is leaving to this country. Obviously, being his last Jamhuri Day, I expect him to talk about the next general election, how he expects us who are still in the field to behave next year when we are campaigning. And also, this is the time also to tell Kenyans what he has done, what he's leaving behind, completed and uncompleted for the next government to complete.
And perhaps, Governor, this is going to be his last address today in terms of Jamhuri Day. I know that the President has been categorical about uniting Kenyans as one of his main agenda. Perhaps, do you think he has been able to achieve that?
I think after the handshake, after the March 2019 handshake, Kenya is together. We have moved together these years that Uhuru Kenyattas and Raila have agreed to work together. You remember this country was split into two. And I think it was wise for the President to reach to Raila so that we work together. And you can see even people like us who used to be in opposition now, we enjoy such an invitation. Otherwise, we wouldn't have enjoyed if it was not for the handshake.
Okay. Yeah. And in terms of the president's succession, because you mentioned that he is leaving next year, and recently on Friday you launched President, actually the ODM leader Raila Odinga vying for the presidency, and you're one of the ODM candidates who stepped down for him. Do you think the president was taken away from his main agenda of making of the Big Four agenda and all that after that handshake with the ODM leader?
No, the president remained the president up to the last day that the next president will be sworn in. And obviously, the Big Four agenda gets an allocation every year. If you look at the national government budget, it gets allocation every year, even before handshake and after handshake. So I don't think that the handshake derailed the president from his legacy or from his intended projects, the Big Four agenda. He was never derailed at all because there is obviously an allocation.
And you've also been chair of the Council of Governors. How has the government or the president's government performed in terms of the devolution and all that?
On devolution, there has been quite a bit of improvement compared to our first term. This second term, you remember, when I was chairman of the Council of Governors, I tried as much as I could to make sure that both levels of government, county governments and national governments work together. And this was witnessed when Corona came in this country, COVID-19. You saw how we worked very closely every week, making announcements of the progress made at the county level and the national level. And of course, last year we had a problem of cash flow to the counties because of COVID. But now, at the moment, it has improved because as I talk now, most of the counties have got their October disbursement. What is outstanding is November. And I'm hopeful that before we go for Christmas, we will have got November. If they continue that way, then cash flow will be a thing of the past for counties.
And lastly, perhaps going into this event, what is your take-home point that you think is the biggest thing that the president has done?
I think the most important thing that the president has done is that he has really done a lot of development in this country. People maybe don't see it, but if you move around there, I've moved all over the country when we were talking about Azimio la Umoja, and I've gone every corner of this country, and I find that most of the roads that were not tarmacked in the last 10 years when I was in the cabinet, most of them have been tarmacked. SGR is also a major legacy project that Uhuru Kenyatta is leaving in this country, expansion of airports, and I feel this period of Uhuru Kenyatta, a lot has been done.
Other than the first term?
No, I am saying the 10 years of Uhuru Kenyatta. I think a lot has been done compared with other previous presidents. Thank you.
Thank you. That has been the governor for Kakamega, Wycliffe Oparanya, just giving his opinion about the president's achievements so far. And of course, he has rated him highly and said that he's been able to achieve more in terms of developments, in terms of putting the country together. And I'm now going to hand you over to my colleague Jeff Kirui, who is going to give you an update from the other side of this stadium. Over to you, Jeff.
Papa,